Good morning everyone. Welcome back to GK today. I hope you all are doing very well, and today we'll be discussing the most important MCQs for 26th of April 2024. Let's start with our session. The first question is, Singh Kihilang festival recently seen in the news is celebrated in which Indian state? So this was the 34th edition of the Singh Kihilang festival that recently concluded in the state of Meghalaya, and it unifies the followers of the Khasi indigenous faith. Khasi people are indigenous to Meghalaya and to some parts of Assam as well as to Bangladesh. Okay, and they celebrate their culture and faith during this festival where they showcase their vibrant community. Okay, so this festival is celebrated in the state of Meghalaya. Now here our keyword is festival, and in the next slide we will see some of the important festivals that were in news in the past few days. The first question is, Longte festival recently seen in the news is celebrated by the Nishi tribe of which Indian state? So Longte festival is celebrated in the state of Arunachal Pradesh and it is celebrated by the Nishi tribe. Gangaur festival recently seen in the news is celebrated in which Indian state? This is the festival of Rajasthan state. Shigmo festival recently seen in the news is celebrated in which Indian state? This festival is celebrated in Goa state. Gulal Gutta recently seen in the news is a traditional festival of which Indian city? It is a traditional festival of Jaipur, Rajasthan. Chapchar Koot festival recently seen in the news is celebrated in which Indian state? This festival is celebrated in the state of Mizoram. Okay. Next is, recently who became the youngest male chess player to win the FIDE candidate tournament? This is D. Gukesh from India, and he became the youngest male to win the 2024 FIDE candidate tournament that took place in Toronto in Canada. Okay, and if you talk about the women's section, Tan Zhongyi, who's from China, won the women's section. Okay, and D. Gukesh is the second Indian to win after Vishwanathan Anand, and he is the youngest ever to win this tournament. So here correct answer would be B option, that is D. Gukesh. You have to tell me what is the position of D. Gukesh in the list of the Indian Grandmasters. Please write your answer in the comments if you know. Now let's see some of the important players that came into news. Recently, which player won the women's singles title at the Australian Open 2024? This is Aryna Sabalenka. Okay. Recently, which player made history by hitting the fastest triple century in the first class cricket? This is Tanmay Agarwal. By the way, all of these current affairs belong to January or February. Okay. Which player is said to be awarded the Cricketer of the Year at the BCCI Awards? This is Shubman Gill. Which player won the title of Women's Singles India Open 2024? The winner of this title is Tai Tzu Ying. Which player won the title of Men's Singles India Open 2024? Answer is Shi Yu Ki. Okay. Recently, which armed force conducted exercise Purvi Leher on the eastern coast under the operational control of Eastern Naval Command? Here answer is Indian Navy. Indian Navy conducted exercise Purvi Leher off the eastern seaboard and under the flag officer commanding in chief Eastern Naval Command. The exercise aimed to examine the Navy's readiness for maritime security challenges, and it involved the ships, submarines, aircraft and the special forces. It is conducted in two phases and it included the combat training in the real scenarios and successful firings to confirm the warhead delivery capability. So continuous maritime awareness was maintained with aircraft operating from various locations. Okay, so Indian Navy has conducted the exercise Purvi Leher on the eastern coast under the operational control of Eastern Naval Command. Here our keyword is exercise, and now let's see some of the important exercises. Daslik joint military exercise recently seen in the news is conducted between which two countries? This is the military exercise between India and Uzbekistan country. IMT trilateral exercise recently seen in the news is conducted between which one of the following countries? So this exercise took place between three countries: India, Mozambique and Tanzania. Okay. Exercise L'Amitié recently seen in the news is conducted between which two countries? Answer would be India and Seychelles. Exercise Samudra Lakshman, recently seen in the news, is conducted between which two countries? This is the exercise between India and Malaysia. Dharma Guardian exercise, recently seen in the news, is conducted between which two countries? This exercise is between India and Japan. Okay. Next is Thrissur Puram, which is a grand temple festival, is primarily associated with which Indian state? So this is a grand temple festival which is celebrated globally, and it embodies the Kerala's rich culture and diversity. It is rooted in tradition and it unites the people of all backgrounds with music, processions, fairs and the fireworks. Okay, so it lasts for 7 days and the highlight is the 6th day, and basically it ensures the continuity of the temple festivals. Okay, so this is a grand temple festival which is celebrated in the state of Kerala. Okay, now here our keyword is temple, and now let's see the location of some of the important temples that were in news. Bhandasar Jain temple, recently seen in the news, is located in which Indian state? This temple lies in Rajasthan. Recently, where was the world's first Om shaped temple inaugurated? This temple was recently inaugurated in Rajasthan state. Bhojshala temple, recently seen in the news, is located in which Indian state? It lies in Madhya Pradesh. Martand Sun temple, recently seen in the news, is located in which state or the Union Territory? Answer is Jammu and Kashmir. Yogmaya temple, that was recently making news, is located in which Indian city? This temple lies in Delhi. Okay. Recently, Prime Minister of India inaugurated the Bhagwan Mahavir Nirvan Mahotsav at which place? Prime Minister Narendra Modi inaugurated the 2550th Bhagwan Mahavir Nirvan Mahotsav in New Delhi on Mahavir Jayanti. So he paid homage to Bhagwan Mahavir, witnessed a dance drama by the school children and released a commemorative stamp as well as coin. Okay, so he praised their youth's dedication to Mahavir's values and he thanked the Jain community and emphasized the event's significance amidst India's democratic process and constitutional milestone. Also, he highlighted India's enduring civilization and stressed the importance of dialogue and learning from ancient philosophies amidst the global conflict. Okay, so Prime Minister of India has inaugurated the Bhagwan Mahavir Nirvan Mahotsav at New Delhi recently. Okay, now let's see some of the important and the recent inaugurations. Recently, India's Numaligarh Refinery Limited inaugurated their first international office in which country? So India's Numaligarh Refinery Limited has inaugurated their first international office in Bangladesh recently. Recently, where was the India's first indoor athletics and aquatic center inaugurated? Recently, it has been inaugurated in Bhubaneswar. Recently, where was the National Dairy Mela and Agricultural Exhibition inaugurated? It recently inaugurated in Jharkhand. Recently, India's first green hydrogen plant in the stainless steel sector has been inaugurated in which Indian state? Answer is Haryana. Recently, which country inaugurated the world's third largest mosque named as Jama al Jazair? So this is the world's third largest mosque and recently it has been inaugurated in the country Algeria. Okay. Recently, Zero Shadow Day was observed in which region of India? So Zero Shadow Day was recently observed in Pondicherry and it happens twice yearly between the Tropic of Cancer and the Tropic of Capricorn, occurring between the December and the June solstices. So this phenomena is exclusive to the latitudes within plus 23.5 degrees and minus 23.5 degrees, and on this day the sun is directly overhead, casting no shadow at all. So this occurs when sunlight strikes the surfaces perpendicularly or at 90 degrees and it results in shadows being obscured. Okay, so Zero Shadow Day was recently observed in Pondicherry. Let's see some days and themes. What is the theme of World Earth Day 2024? First of all, we celebrate this day on 22nd of April and this year the theme is Planet versus Plastics. Yesterday we have talked about it, if you remember. Which day is celebrated as National Civil Service Day every year? This day is celebrated every year on 21st of April so as to pay tribute to our civil servants. Which day is celebrated as International Day of Mathematics, or you can say Pi Day, every year? This day is celebrated on 14th of March. Which day is observed as the World Seagrass Day? Answer would be 1st of March. Which day is celebrated as International Mother Language Day? Your answer would be 21st of February. Okay. Recently, which country's food agency has ordered a recall of India's spice product due to the presence of ethylene oxide? This is the country Singapore, and the Singapore Food Agency issued a recall of Indian spice product due to ethylene oxide contamination. And talking about ethylene oxide, it is a colorless flammable gas with various industrial uses, like it is used in pesticide and it is used as sterilizing agent. So prolonged exposure can cause irritation to eyes, skin and respiratory system, and also it poses carcinogenic risk to the human. Okay. So Singapore Food Agency has ordered a recall of India's spice product because of presence of ethylene oxide in their food items. Okay. Now let's see some of the international current affairs. Recently, Australian government in its National Defence Strategy 2024 identified which country as a top-tier security partner in the Indo-Pacific region. So the National Defence Strategy of Australia has designated the country India as a top-tier security partner in the Indo-Pacific region. Okay. So they emphasized the practical cooperation with this, and both the nations collaborate in the Quad, means quadrilateral security dialogue, with Japan and the US to address the regional challenges, and bilaterally they upgraded the ties to a comprehensive strategic partnership in the year 2020, where they focused on maritime cooperation and defense. So agreements like mutual logistic support and Austra-Hind joint military exercises further deepen the defense collaboration, right? Here correct answer is India. Rampage missile recently seen in the news is developed by which country? Your answer here is Israel country. Israel recently utilized the Rampage missile, which is an advanced air-to-surface weapon, in an attack on an Iranian military base. Okay, so it was developed by Israel Aerospace Industries along with Israeli Military Industries System, and Rampage is a long-range supersonic missile that is designed for precision strike against the fortified targets. Okay, and it boasts features like supersonic speed with over 190 miles of range, 150 kilograms explosive payload, GPS INS guidance, and mid-flight path adjustment. So it enables it to operate effectively in any condition, right? So Rampage missile has been developed by Israel country. Shahid Beheshti port recently seen in the news is located in which country? So this port lies in the country Iran. Recently, which country has tested the Pulji-12 anti-aircraft missile? So this missile has been tested by North Korea recently. Recently, which country became the 38th country to join the Artemis Accord? This is the country Sweden. Okay. Recently, which country hosted the first International Rainbow Tourism Conference? So the very first Rainbow International Tourism Conference took place in Kathmandu in Nepal, which is organized by Mayako, Pahichan and Nepal Tourism Board. Basic aim is to promote the LGBTQ inclusive tourism, and discussions covered the topics like pink tourism, accessibility and cultural sensitivity, with global LGBTQ travel spending at $202 billion. The conference advocated for LGBTQ friendly tourism and to boost the economies. So collaboration with stakeholders aimed to foster diversity in tourism initiatives. Okay, so Nepal has hosted the first or inaugural International Rainbow Tourism Conference, which is dedicated to LGBTQ plus community. Okay, let's talk about some of the important hosts and the summit. Recently, which country hosted the G20 Second Employment Working Group meeting? This country is Brazil. Okay. Recently, which country hosted the third summit for democracy? Answer is South Korea. Recently, where was the World Future Energy Summit 2024 organized? The summit took place in Abu Dhabi. Recently, where was the first nuclear energy summit held? Your answer is Brussels in Belgium. Where is the 6th edition of the World Government Summit being held? Answer is Dubai. Can you tell me which countries were the guest of honor at this summit? Please write your answer in the comment section if you remember. Recently, who achieved India's first rowing quota for Paris Olympics? This is an important question, and here correct answer would be Balraj Panwar. Okay, he clinched India's inaugural Paris 2024 rowing quota, where he secured the bronze in the men's single sculls at the Asian and Oceanian Olympic qualification in Korea. Okay. So with top 5 securing Paris 2024 quotas, Panvar finished third, and Vladislav Yakovlev was at the topmost position, and he is from Kazakhstan country. Okay, so here correct answer would be Balraj Pamar. Now let's talk about some of the important current affairs regarding first in news. Who becomes the first Indian to venture into space as a tourist on the NS-25 mission of Blue Origin? This is Gopi Thotakura. Okay. Recently, who has become the first English woman to be honored as Wisden's leading cricketer in the world? Answer would be Nat Sever Brunt. Recently, which country developed the world's first satellite series named as Tiantong 1? Answer would be China. Recently, which bank became the first private bank to open a branch in Lakshadweep? This is HDFC Bank. Recently, who became the first person to run across Africa? Answer is, oh, I'm sorry, it got erased. 5 is, recently who became the first person to run across Africa? This is Russ Cook. Okay. Now last question is, recently who won the prestigious 2024 World Press Photo of the Year award? Correct answer would be Mohammed Salim, that is B option. He received the 2024 World Press Photo of the Year award for his poignant image that captures a Palestinian woman holding her 5-year-old niece's body in the Gaza Strip. Okay, and this shot was taken on 17th of October 2023 at Nasser Hospital in Khan Yunis during Israeli bombings, and this photograph reflects the human toll of conflict. So his work highlights the ongoing struggles faced by the Palestinians in Gaza, earning him international recognition for his powerful storytelling through this photograph. Okay, so here correct answer is B option, Mohammed Salim. Now let's see some of the important current affairs regarding awards and honors. Recently, who was honored with the World Literary Prize for her contribution to literature by the World Organization of Writers? This is Mamta Ji Sagar. Okay, she has been honored with the World Literary Prize this year. Recently, who has been selected for the prestigious John Dirks Prize in Global Health? Answer would be Dr. Gagandeep Kang. Okay. Who won the Abel Prize 2024, sometimes called the Nobel Prize of Mathematics? Answer is Michel Talleyrand. He has won the Abel Prize 2024. Which Indian writer was awarded with the Erasmus Prize 2024 for highlighting the climate change crisis? Answer would be Amitav Ghosh. And last is, recently who was declared as the winner of the Pritzker Prize, Pritzker Architecture Prize 2024? Answer is Riken Yamamoto. Okay, and this Pritzker Prize is given in the field of architecture. So these are the most important current affairs and the news from today. And now let's start with today's quiz. Here on the slide you can see 5 questions which have been taken from the past 2-3 days current affairs. Pause the video and try to solve each of these questions, and at the end of the lecture do not forget to share your scores in the comment section. So please be honest and do not cheat with yourself. So that's it for today. I hope you have liked the session. These were the important news and events from today, and we will meet again tomorrow with some more important current affairs. Till then, stay tuned. Thank you so much for watching, and please do not forget to subscribe to GK Today. With this, Meenuz Hadsana signing off.